Hey guys, it's Awilda here, Hip and Creative. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a super simple Easter decor project using Dollar Tree items. But before we get started, I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. It truly means the world to me. Thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed and you're new to my channel as of today, welcome. Make sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified of future videos I post. And so without further delay, I'm going to get started on the video. What you will need for this project are some spoons, the terracotta pots, this is 3 set for $1 from the Dollar Tree, some paint like the ones I have here. You can definitely get these at your local Walmart, fine grit sanding sponge from the Dollar Tree, some small sponges, floral foam, an X-Acto knife, and some Sharpies. So the first thing I'm going to do here is protect my surface with some old newspaper, because when you sand down your spoons like I'm doing here, you don't want that grit to get all over the tabletop. And the reason why I'm sanding first is because I don't want any of the dust to get on the paint when we're painting them later. Here I'm just showing you how much duller the spoons need to be in order for the paint to be adhered to it. Next, I'm going to be painting my terracotta pots. Now, I did apply 2 to 3 coats per pot because the paint that I had was a little opaque. You're definitely going to have to wait in between drying times just to make sure that the paint adheres properly onto the terracotta pot. It took about 10 minutes for the pots to dry. I also painted the inside because I wanted it to look a little more seamless. It doesn't have to be painted on the inside if you don't want to. Next, I proceeded to paint the rim of the terracotta pots, just whatever paint color I wanted. Now, I wanted to share this neat little trick I learned from an artist a few years ago. What I did here was I took some dowel rod that I had. It just needs to be something with a flat surface, just so you can dab on the paint towards the terracotta pot, making perfect little circles. So what I'm doing here is just taking the tip of my rod and dipping it onto the paint and then dabbing it onto the pot. That's it. Just dip and dab. That's it. Very, very simple. And I just want to share that trick with you guys. Now, while my pots are drying, I'm just going to grab my spoons here and using the same colors I used for the pots, I'm going to be painting my spoons. Just to give you a quick heads up, these spoons are a little tricky when it comes to painting. They're very opaque. It doesn't, the paint does not adhere to the spoon as nicely as I'd like it to. It comes up very, very sheer, and you're going to have to apply about 2 to 3 coats as well to each side of the spoon. Now I'm also not painting the tips of my spoon, that way I can hold on to them while I paint them. I also have a small piece of foam off to the side where the camera's not showing you, and that's where I'm sticking my spoons so they can dry. Now while my spoons are drying, I'm just going to get the floral foam that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just measuring and cutting them down to size. One small piece of this floral foam is going to take care of all 3 of these terracotta pots. Like I said, I'm just scoring it and cutting it down to size. Now that my spoons are dry, I'm going to be drawing some faces onto the spoons. So I just grabbed my Sharpie and just dabbed on the side what I wanted the faces to look like, and then decided to draw them onto the spoon. I drew some little circles, and with my orange Sharpie, I drew a triangle to make it look as if it's a bird's beak. And then I took another set of Sharpies and drew the eyes. And instead of drawing whiskers for the with that thick Sharpie, I decided to use a finer Sharpie pen and just drew some V shapes to make the whiskers. Then grabbed my regular size pink Sharpie and drew upside down triangles to make the nose for the bunny. Now I decided to make some bunny ears with some pipe cleaners here. It doesn't have to be with pipe cleaners. If you want, you can definitely use some scrap paper. I did forget to mention this in the beginning of the video, and I do apologize for that. Yeah, so I'm just grabbing some pipe cleaners, measuring them out, and cutting them down to bunny ear size. I do have to mention that I did cut them a tad shorter than I intended to. At first I thought they were make perfect bunny ear sizes until I glued them down, and then I realized they look more like teddy bears than bunnies, but I still think they're adorable and kept moving on with them. Now we're going to be assembling our pots, but I wanted to show you super quickly what the bunnies look like. I think it's truly adorable and I had a lot of fun making it. And we're going to be inserting them onto the pots, just like so. And I was playing around trying to figure out how I'd like everything to look and decided to make all 3 pots bunnies instead of having the chicks. I'll be using the chicks for something else. And yeah, so now I'm going to be grabbing some Easter grass and adding them to the top of the pots. Doesn't have to be Easter grass. You can definitely use moss or rocks or anything you have available. I just had a ton of grass. I wanted to use them in this project. Next, I decided to take some of the Dollar Tree ribbon. Again, I didn't mention this in the beginning because this is something I decided at the last second to add to it. And I thought it just gave it an extra little touch of decor to the rabbits. And I made little bow ties and just snipped up the ends, making a V shape, and gluing them with my hot glue gun onto the spoons. Now this is what the finished product looks like. I think they are truly adorable. I did want to mention that I decided to take some scrap paper that I had on my stash and just wrote my daughter's names on it and taped it onto some toothpicks and inserted them onto the pots. I will definitely be using these cute little Easter chicks as place card holders at my dinner table at Easter time. Okay guys, that's everything for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you'll be notified of future videos that I'll be posting. And leave me a comment down below letting me know what area you're from. I would love to know where my new friends are from and just to say a quick hello. I'll definitely respond back to you guys. So that's it. That's everything. I hope you liked it and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.